Alright guys, here we have the first headphone on our list, and it's the House of Marley Liberate XL-BT. But don't let the name fool you, these aren't that large. They have a pretty decent size and include a foldable design made for travel. As with all House of Marley gear, you can expect some earthy designs like the fabric materials you get on the ear cups and headband, and the logos engraved on real bamboo, and a nice nod to the Rasta colors on the side. While it does have an earthy design, it still features a metal frame so it doesn't lose out on durability. And unlike most Bluetooth headphones out there, this one features a foldable design so you can pack it away in the included travel case without it taking up too much space. You get an over-ear design, and the ear cups and headband have a soft leather feel to them, which makes them very comfortable. Like all other headphones on this list, you need a micro USB cable to charge them since they are Bluetooth, and a nice bonus with these is a battery meter so you can find out just how much juice you've got left. And I've been able to listen to music for hours with no worries. You can also use the auxiliary cable it comes with if you want wired audio, and these don't have to be charged if you want to listen to them this way. And don't worry, I made sure this feature was included on all of the headphones on this list. But I do wish they used a 3.5mm input on both ends of the cable, so it'd be a bit easier to replace if you ever lost it. You get all the standard buttons to control your audio on the right ear cup, and I found them pretty easy to navigate, but like with most Bluetooth headphones, it'll take a second to remember where all the buttons are, but once you get used to it, you'll find yourself rarely pulling out your device to control your music. Now about that audio. I definitely enjoyed listening to these. The vocals come in pretty well and the instruments are easily identifiable, and the bass has a nice bit of thump to it, and trust me, as a bass lover, I was impressed. These work for multiple genres, but I think they'll really excel with music with a focus on the low end. Next up on the list, we've got the Samsung Level Over. While on my hunt for some of the best Bluetooth headphones available, I realized I never really gave Samsung's Level headphones a try, and now I'm glad I did. The Level Overs have a very simple look going for them, and they've got some pretty sweet low-key features built in too. It has a nice leatherette headband and ear cups with a pretty cool stitch look going for it on the headband cushion. These are really comfortable and great for long listening sessions. These will also fit completely over your ears, which creates a great seal, which is perfect combined with its active noise cancelling feature. Like most Bluetooth headphones I'm used to, these aren't foldable, and due to their large size, it loses points in the portability department. But it does come with a hard shell case so you can carry extra cables, and it offers as much protection as you'd need. One thing you might notice about these in comparison to all the headphones on this list is the lack of buttons to control your music. This is where Samsung really surprised me. The Level Overs have touch panels on the sides of the ear cups that work as a controller using swipe gestures, similar to what you'd find on the Parrot Zeek headphones. You can swipe up or down to increase or decrease the volume, and as you'd expect, you swipe left or right to jump between tracks and double tap to play and pause. Now, to get the most out of these features, you can get the companion app Samsung offers for Android devices. But I've been using this with an iPhone with no issues. A full charge will get you about 15 hours of use, which is more than enough for a few listening sessions. Now it's got some nice sleek features, but what about the sound? I didn't know what to expect when I tried these out because Samsung isn't really a big player in the headphone game, but I was pleasantly surprised. Vocals are super crisp, and if you're looking for clarity, these definitely have you covered. The best way I can describe the audio is rich and clean. I wouldn't expect much thumping on the bass side of things, but it is still present. Combined with some active noise cancelling, you can really get lost when using these. And next up on our list is the Beats Solo 2 Wireless. Now you might be wondering why I've added Beats to this list, but I've got to give credit where credit is due. They've managed to make one of the most portable pair of Bluetooth headphones I've come across that isn't an earbud, while providing much better sound than previous generations. So for a second, let's ignore the brand and talk about the headphones. It's sleek and has only one visible button on the body, and that's the power button. You can also use this button to check the built-in battery indicator to see how much juice you've got left. These also feature a great 20 hours of battery life, so you don't have to do much worrying there. These also have standard music controls, however, they're very well hidden. The first being the Beats logo on the left ear cup. Press the B once to play or pause, and a double tap will allow you to skip to the next song, and a triple tap to go back. Also hidden above the logo is your volume up, and below it the volume down. You'll find a standard rubberized cushion on the headband, which I find pretty comfortable, as well as some leather ear cup cushions, which are very plush And considering these are on-ear headphones, that's very important. Now, some people may not like the pressure of an on-ear headphone, but I find them pretty nice to keep them in place, especially if you plan on using these when you're working out or doing any other kind of activities. Now, these are sleek, pretty low profile, minus the B, and very portable. But what about sound? These have the same sound quality as the Solo 2s, but that's not surprising considering these are the same but with wireless features. And if you haven't heard, the Solo 2s have some really awesome sound quality. With these, I wouldn't expect an insane amount of bass as they've cleaned it up to allow for some more vocals and other details to come in more clearly. But don't get me wrong though, the bass is still very present and enjoyable for someone who loves bass as much as I do. I definitely enjoy using these when I'm looking to enjoy music with some vibrant sound. Now, onto a personal favorite of mine, the Sony Xb950BT. Now, if you love bass, look no further, these have got you covered. But we'll get on that in a second. The 950BT has a larger over-ear design with some extremely soft and comfortable ear cups that'll completely seal your ears inside, making this great for long listening sessions. One gripe I do have with these is the fact that they aren't foldable. Luckily though, the ear cups do have some swivel action, so they can be laid down flat, which makes transporting a bit easier if you want to throw them in a bag. A nice feature that separates the 950BT from the rest of the headphones on this list is the inclusion of NFC. With this, you can just tap a new Bluetooth device to the ear cup and pair it without having to jump into any settings. And if you like long listening sessions, this thing offers up to 20 hours of battery life on a single charge. The music controls are pretty simple as they're placed together on a button slider that lets you hit rewind or fast forward when you slide the button to the left or right, and play and pause if you push the button in. In terms of buttons, you've also got your volume control, power, and my favorite, bass boost. And we can't ask for a better segue than that to start talking about sound quality. As I mentioned before, these headphones were made for bass lovers, but even if you aren't crazy about bass, it still provides excellent overall performance. You got some nice clarity while still having a very present and deep low end. While I found these to be great for most genres I threw at it, as you'd expect, it works well for those with an emphasis on bass like hip hop, dubstep, EDM and the like, and count on Sony to take that bass to just silly levels with the bass boost button. It'll hardly matter what song you're listening to with this feature on, your head is bound to vibrate. And to top off this list, we've got the Jaybirds X2. Now these are the new kid on the block, and before it came out, I originally planned to feature the Jaybirds Bluebuds X. These obviously aren't like the others on the list since they come in a very compact earbud form factor, but we can't talk about Bluetooth headphones and not mention these. The X2 have a very similar design to the original Bluebuds X, but with some subtle changes. These are extremely comfortable earbuds, and I've had no issues getting these to stay in my ears, but if you want a really secure fit, you can use the included wingtips that uses the ridges in your ears to help them stay in place. And with the X2s, they've even improved the design of the wingtips to give them some better comfort. So if you're big on going to the gym, you can feel pretty confident that these will be able to hang with you during your intense workout session. And another bonus for you gym goers or anyone doing something that's really active is that these are sweat proof. So that's one less thing for you to worry about when you're trying to get those gains. Also, these things are extremely convenient in terms of portability because they take up like no space at all if you throw them into your pocket, and with the tangle-free cable used to connect the two earbuds, you don't have to worry about them knotting up. But if you're extra cautious, you can use the travel case that it comes with, and that means you'll be able to bring along the extra accessories like the charging cable and the variety of ear tips and wings. And again, Jaybird managed to squeeze 8 hours of battery life into this thing, so if you're using this to work out, you'll only have to charge it about once a week. Now, how do they sound? Amazing. The Bluebuds X held a spot as my favorite earbuds for a long time due to their convenience and sound quality, and Jaybird managed to improve the sound quality on the X2s. You get some great clarity and some very surprisingly nice bass considering these are earbuds. I haven't encountered any songs I don't enjoy listening to with the X2s, so I stand by the overall performance you get out of these. The X2s are definitely at the top of my list for favorite listening device you can buy. If you want to save some cash though, I can highly recommend the Bluebuds X in place of these, but either one is a great choice so you can't go wrong. But that about wraps it up for my list, guys. These headphones all range from about $120 to a max of $300, but it's really hard to find good quality Bluetooth headphones, so I hope this list helps you out. Till the next video, it's your average consumer. Peace.